Hey warriors, think about a river, not a calm one, fast, loud, aggressive. You can hear it from a mile away. You know exactly where it's going. You can predict every turn. And because of that, people build dams on it. They redirect it. They control it. Because it's readable. It's predictable. Now think about groundwater. You can't see it. You can't hear it. You don't know where it starts or where it ends. But entire cities drink from it. Entire regions survive because of it. It moves through rock, through soil, and nobody sees it coming. Nobody stops it. Nobody even knows it's there until they're already depending on it. One is loud and controlled by others. One is silent and controls everything. That's the difference this video is about. Now here's where it gets real. You've been in situations, I know you have, where you said too much, where you reacted too fast, where you showed your frustration, your excitement, your desperation. And the moment you did, something shifted. The other person relaxed, leaned back, because they now had something they didn't have before, information about you. And with that information, even without saying a word, they gained the upper hand. Not because they were smarter, not because they were stronger, just because you showed them your cards first. That's the game most people don't even know they're playing. Every single day, in every conversation, every interaction, every silence, there's an invisible exchange happening. Who reveals more loses more control. Who stays unreadable stays in control. Simple as that. But it's not natural, because everything in us wants to talk, react, explain, defend, and be understood. And that want costs people more than they realize. Machiavelli wrote about this not as a villain, but as a man who watched people lose over and over again, not because of their enemies, but because of their own mouths, their own faces, their own inability to stay still when everything in them was screaming to move. He studied what separated people who quietly shaped outcomes from people who loudly chased them. And what he found wasn't magic. It wasn't ruthlessness. It was discipline. Specific, learnable, practical discipline. Today, we break down 7 rules built on that discipline. Each one grounded in human psychology. Each one something you can actually use starting today. Pay attention, because once you see this, you can't unsee it. Before we move forward, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. Still water, deep power. Rule 1. Control the information you release. There's an old saying, a closed mouth catches no flies. Most people hear that and think it's just about avoiding gossip, staying out of drama, but it goes much deeper than that. It's about understanding that information. Every piece of it you release is currency. And just like money, once you spend it, it's gone. Think about the last time you shared something personal with someone too early. Maybe you told someone your plans before they were solid. Maybe you shared your struggles with someone who didn't actually have your back. Maybe you got excited about something and told everyone, and then it didn't work out, and suddenly you had to manage not just the failure, but everyone's opinions about it. That's what uncontrolled information release costs you. It's not just embarrassment, it's leverage. Every time you tell someone something about yourself, your fears, your goals, your weaknesses, your desires, you're handing them a tool. Most of the time they won't use it against you, but sometimes they will. And the worst part is, you gave it to them voluntarily. Machiavelli was precise about this. He wrote that a person who speaks without filter is like a house with no walls. Anyone can walk in. Anyone can take what they want, and the person living there never even realizes what's been taken until it's too late. So what does controlled information release actually look like in real life? It looks like answering a question without revealing your full position. Someone asks you how you feel about a situation. You share your observation, not your emotion. Someone asks about your next move. You talk about the step you already completed, not the step you're planning. You stay grounded in what's already done, not what's coming, because plans are fragile, goals are vulnerable. And people, consciously or not, sometimes respond to your plans in ways that slow them down. Doubt dressed as concern, competition dressed as friendship, advice designed to redirect you away from something they feel threatened by. None of this means everyone around you is an enemy. Most people aren't, but your information is still yours. You get to decide who receives it, when, and how much. There's also something that happens internally when you practice this. When you stop broadcasting every thought and plan, you start taking yourself more seriously. Your goals feel more protected. Your decisions feel more intentional. There's a quiet confidence that builds when you're not constantly seeking external validation for your ideas before they've even had a chance to grow. Here's something worth sitting with. The people in your life who seem most put together, most grounded, they're usually not sharing every detail of their life with everyone. Not because they're hiding, but because they understand that some things need to be protected while they're still forming. A seed doesn't grow faster because you show it to people. It grows in the dark, in the soil, away from too many hands. Your plans are the same way. So the next time you feel that pull, that urge to share something exciting, something painful, something you're working through, pause. Ask yourself, does this person need this information? What happens to me if this goes sideways? Am I sharing because it adds something, or because I need someone to hear me right now? Sometimes the answer will be, yes, share it. Connection matters. Vulnerability matters. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is smile, say nothing, and keep building. Quietly, privately, on your own terms. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I guard my gold. Rule 2. Stay outside other people's mental plans. Every person you interact with has a mental model of you. It's automatic. Humans do this with everyone they meet. They take what they've seen, what they've heard, what they've experienced, and they build a version of you inside their head. A predictable version. A version they can anticipate, manage, and respond to without much effort. And here's the thing. Most people never even try to step outside that model. They just live inside everyone else's expectations of them. They play the role people assigned them years ago. The quiet one, the agreeable one, the emotional one, the one who always backs down. Once you're locked into someone's mental model, you lose, not because they're controlling you, but because you start unconsciously confirming their expectations. You act the way they expect you to act. You respond the way they already knew you'd respond. And without realizing it, they're no longer reacting to you. They're reacting to the version of you they built in their head, a version that might be years old, a version that serves their interests more than yours. Machiavelli called this being caught inside someone else's game. When your opponent can predict you, they're not playing against you. They're playing against a map they already memorized. And maps don't fight back. So how do you step outside someone's mental model of you? You stop confirming it. Not with some sudden personality shift that confuses everyone. Just quietly, consistently. You start responding differently than expected.